All right, we're going to go ahead and finish up our notes. This one is another example of how you can tell equations are parallel and perpendicular. The difference is going to be that the first equation is already in y equals mx plus b form, but this one is in standard form, so we have to get this equation in y equals mx plus b, and we got to determine if it's parallel, which means same, and we use this symbol for parallel, or we need to see if they're opposite flips, and we use the symbol for perpendicular. All right, so here we go. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the first equation because it's already solved for in y equals mx plus b. So we got to figure out what number is in front of that x. So please make sure you're taking notes on this into your notes notebook. So notice there's nothing there, but there really is. There's a number 1. We just don't write it. So the slope of this line is 1. Okay, so in order to determine the slope, we have to get this second equation all by itself. So I like to go ahead, put a 1 in front of there, and we're going to box and wall it. So we're going to take that x and move it to the other side. And since this is a positive x, we're going to do the opposite and subtract x. That way this is 0 and they cancel each other out. We're just going to bring this down, negative 1y. And these are not like terms, so you can't actually do 6 minus 1x. They're not alike. So we're going to just take that and we're going to write it in front of that 6. So we're going to write negative 1x plus 6. And we have one less and final step. We got to get rid of that negative 1 in front of the y. Since this is negative 1 times y, we're going to do the opposite and divide by negative 1. So we're going to get y equals, and a negative divided by a negative is a positive 1x. And a positive divided by a negative is a negative 6. So then when we look at this equation of this line, we get a slope of 1 as well. So since these two things are the same, m is 1, we know this is a parallel line. And I like to use this symbol because I'm lazy and I don't want to write that word. Okay. All right, so the next example, I'm going to go ahead and say what my slope of this line is. Since it's already solved for, we know the slope of this one is 2. And for this equation, we're going to get the y all by itself. So we're going to subtract 2x, subtract 2x. So that 2x minus 2x is 0. We get y equals, not like terms, we cannot subtract those. So we're just going to write it right in front of there, negative 2x plus 3. And we're going to look at our slope. The slope of that line is going to be negative 2. And so are those numbers the same? Negative 2 and 2? No, they're not the same. And they're not opposite flips. So we're going to go ahead and say these are neither. Okay, thanks for watching. See you later. No, not yet.
Yeah. Please don't talk.
Well, I can crop you right now, but I'm still recording.
What, you are?
Yes. Not telling